Hey guys, and welcome to Pheas Airsoft, where today we're going to install a muzzle adapter and a Marui Pro silencer on this HK45 AEP. So a quick note on safety: if I'm unboxing, shooting down range, doing disassemblies, I always make sure I'm nice and safe. So I've always got eye protection on just in case something happens. Make sure mags are out and empty, and obviously unless I'm doing the shooting. Obviously that's using chrono, and make sure that there's no ammunition left in anything as well, so make sure you're doing the same. Hi guys, and welcome back. If you do enjoy my content today, please do like and subscribe because you'll be really helping me out. So hopefully you've seen my recent unboxing of this Tokyo Marui AEP. It's absolutely lovely piece of kit. And today we're going to install the muzzle adapter, which gives us a top ris rail and importantly a threaded outer barrel. And then we're going to put a Marui Special Ops sound suppressor on it, or Pro suppressor on it as well. We'll also have a look at a little bit about the sound difference, if it makes anything at all. And I'll see if I can measure it using the editing software. Maybe, maybe not, we'll see. So, we'll give you a quick indication of how loud it is without the suppressor on. It's pretty loud. It's definitely not a quiet pistol. So, all this work then is going to be undertaken on the top slide. So, what happens is, with the muzzle adapter, you get a little bag of accessories, and in there are a few screws, a little thread cover for the front of the muzzle brake, a replacement ejection cover that's modified to accept the screws. You get the little screws you need, and you get a little diddy screwdriver, the kind you get out of a Christmas cracker. So the first thing we're going to do is we need to remove the front sight. So I'm going to flip this over, and there's a little tiny screw in there, and I'm just going to use the tiny little screwdriver. It is possibly the littlest screwdriver I've ever had to use. And I've undone the screw. Now I'm going to keep that to one side because that is a different size screw and thread to the other ones by the looks of it. And then I should be able to just pry this up and out. Oh, it slides out. So that is actually metal, and it's slid out of the way, leaving that part exposed. What I am going to do is, just for forward thinking, I'm just going to partially screw that back into there just so that they stay together, and I know I'm not going to lose them. There we go, that's safe. Put that back in the box. Next thing I'm going to do is this ejection port needs to come out. Now there is a little catch on the inside here, so best way I found to do this is just put your thumb hard on there and push it out like that. So I just pushed down hard and that came in and then up and out. So that's out the way now. Put that in the box. Next we need to install the replacement ejection port. So I believe to go, yeah. So looking at that, you've got the correct marking still, and it's going to go on this side first. I was wrong, it's not a unique serial number. That's an update from the unboxing. It is not a unique serial number. That is just a generic one. Well, that's slightly disappointing, but never mind. So that's going to go in, and we're just going to go the exact same. So it's going to go in at the front first, and it should hook around those parts. Famous last words. And then it clicks into place, and that is nice and solid. That's not going anywhere. It is nice and solid in there. Then we can bring the muzzle adapter in. So we've got a little screw hole at the front there. We've got two at the back, and those are all going to line up with those three screw sections there. So I'm just going to check that through. So that has actually dropped straight into location, as you would expect, because it's Tokyo Marui. It's well engineered. And next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring in my little screws one at a time. And I'm going to drop one. And I'm going to fiddle. Oh, there we go. So that's one. And I'm just going to tighten that down using the smallest screwdriver ever. Make sure that the screws sort of go at least flush with the plastic on, if not slightly into it. Obviously you don't want it catching on the other internals inside once you put them in. So the next one I'm going to put in horizontally like that, just to stop it dropping off. I'm going to screw that in, and already That's rock solid. Last one. Oops. Not very much luck with this one. So get that on there. There we go. And screw that in. And it was as quick and simple as that. And now that gives you the 14mm thread. So let's have a quick look at how it looks with the top cover on. So we've added to the sort of shape and size, and it doesn't look the best. We will throw on the mock suppressor, a little pro silencer. Screws a long way down. Now it ends up with that upside down. It's not a problem. You could possibly use an O-ring in there to pad it out so it ends up on this side, but there is, other than the horizontal wobble of the top slide, there is no movement to that. And looking down the barrel, I can see in an unimpeded straight line all the way down to the back of the barrel assembly and everything. So I know that that's all lined up properly, and that actually is starting to look pretty cool. Might want to put a little red dot sight on there. You might just want to ignore that and just stick to the pistol sights anyway. You can no longer use these ones, unfortunately. You're going to have to just use the gap either side here and the little front sight post like that, as you can see there, because they're no longer co-witness with between this and all of the RIS sights. So let's drop a battery in it again and remind you how loud it is on without. So here we go with it. Tuck that in. Without, pretty loud. It's probably going to make no difference whatsoever. I wouldn't say it necessarily quietens it a lot. It definitely sort of muffles the sound a little bit. It's possibly a little bit quieter. And with BBs going through it, it's probably going to be a little bit quieter. But it's starting to look pretty cool. If we chuck the long mag in then for appearances, you know, get a torch underneath there, and you're going to start to have something that's looking, you know, quite bulky and cool. And as a sort of offensive weapon on its own, that's going to be pretty handy. And I'm actually liking that more and more. I might actually end up having to buy myself one of these because that's looking pretty damn cool. So I hope that's been helpful to you. Please do like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.